What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host, the best one, Donnie, here with...
What's going on, everybody? Danny Huckins here, man. Donnie's co-host when it comes to AEW content. Luckily, he only has me because Ben is a chud, and our prediction came true about him not participating. I'm starting a feud here, man. But today, we're going to be checking out, or we're going to be giving you guys our predictions for Double or Nothing that's happening this Sunday.
That's right, and I just want to speak for Ben real quick and just say that the reason why he does not want to be in this predictions video is because he doesn't want his prediction to be half-ass, because, you know, with him, like, he has wrestling knowledge, but he's more familiar with the WWE product right now, and right now he just, you know, needs to find that balance with AEW and WWE, but it's kind of hard when, you know, you just got back into wrestling and you're focusing on WWE right now. Eventually, I'm sure he'll find, that common ground. But if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications, videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course, you already know, the grind is real.
You know, man, before we continue here, we gotta think of something else to say, man. You know, videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO. Let's go for WWE content.
So AEW, you're saying.
But what about videos be coming out of nowhere like a buckshot lariat?
Ooh, I kind of like that. Or super kick, because they love their super kicks.
Either one works, man. We gotta
I respect that. Moving forward, we'll do that, definitely. Because I was thinking the same thing as I was, talking about the intro. So today, Danny and I are going to be giving you guys our full predictions for AEW Double or Nothing. And in case you guys don't know, Danny and I, every Wednesday after AEW Dynamite, around 10:15, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are live on the We Are Wrestling channel. You can come interact with us and we review the entire episode of AEW Dynamite. And during the show from 8 to 10, I'm doing some reactions on the We Are Wrestling channel. Danny is doing watch-alongs on Danny H Vlogs. Just want to put that out there for the AEW fans that are tuning in to this friggin' full predictions video.
Exactly, man. You gotta always make content. You know what I mean? And I feel like last night on the review, we got a pretty good. At one point we had like 7 people watching, and that's
that's awesome. That's so awesome. So I say, man, we get into this. What do you say?
Let's get into it, man. I'm excited.
All right, so we're gonna start off, of course, with the buy-in match, which is an AEW Tag Team Championship, not championship.
You're
tag
getting a little
team
carried
match.
away, man.
I know, I'm getting carried away, all right? I'm botching. I'm excited for this show, all right? And I know you are too.
We haven't even got to the buy-in yet. This motherfucker's already botching shit.
So, we have a tag team match. We have Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling versus Hook and Danhausen.
You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it once.
Smart Mark Sterling.
Yeah, man, that's your boy. He's local to us. Donnie knows him very, very, very well from his time.
The smartest professional wrestler in the New England area. That is what he used to say.
You should have kept one of the report cards that he used to hand out to fans.
I have it still. I do.
You need to have him sign it, man, and then you need to frame it and put it on your wall. That'll be worth a lot of money someday.
It's going to be.
I like Tony Nese. I've said this a lot. I like the fact that, I feel like he's very talented. I love the Cruiserweight Championship match that he had at WrestleMania one year against Buddy Murphy, who's now Buddy Matthews in the House of Black. So everybody knows how talented he is. Smart Mark is talented too, but I feel like on a different level. He's not quite at the level of Tony Nese. But for me, I'm going to have to go with Hook and Danhausen just because of how over they are. I can't think of another outcome for this match.
Yeah, here's what I think. I feel like this tag match should have been on Rampage or Dynamite. I think the match that should be on this pay-per-view card is Hook versus Tony Nese. I think that
Ooh.
that would have, kept the momentum for the Hook, undefeated streak and everything. I think he's the perfect matchup for him right now, going
Hmm.
against the premier athlete. I just want to say I love Tony Nese and Smart Mark. I love the pairing of the two. I feel like, they coexist well together. And I think this is what Tony Nese needs to, elevate his game, because I know before there were reports saying that I think it was Mark Henry or one of the AEW, coaches were telling Tony Nese, like, okay, what are you besides the, premier athlete or like the best wrestler in the ring? Like,
Yep.
everybody can do that. So I think having Smart Mark Sterling, it brings a different side of Tony Nese that I'm very excited to see. I loved what they did with him versus him versus Danhausen. I did like that because you had Danhausen, have his entrance, and then you had Tony Nese to the side. So we all thought, Danhausen was actually going to win this match. It ended up
Yep.
being a squash match within 30 seconds. And I really like how they did that, because now it's showing that, Tony Nese is not somebody that we can just walk all over.
Exactly, and I'm pretty sure everybody speculated that Tony Nese was gonna lose or whatever, just because everybody's so used to the way WWE book stars. Like, you can tell, like, the ones that don't have entrances are usually the ones that aren't getting the push that they need, and vice versa.
I love the
Um,
curve I love the, twist.
I know. And then when Hook came out, I definitely agree with you though. But I do appreciate Smart Mark's workout pics on Instagram quite a
Yes. Here's the thing I will say. The reason why this match is going to work, because a lot of people, a lot of, WWE marks and, a lot of criticism has been, given to Hook and how he's been booked, because, in the beginning he was booked a little bit more serious than he is now. But here's why I want to kind of put that to rest, because here's why this works. And this is not me being an AEW mark. Danny knows. I always call it right down the line. So here's why I think
bit.
that
Even though
this works
AEW is
out.
better than WWE.
Yes, it is better than WWE. So here's why this works out. Because you have Tony Nese, who's a serious competitor, and you have Hook, who's a serious competitor. And
Hmm.
Smart Mark and Danhausen are going to bring the comedy into the match. And I think that this is good for both of these athletes, because Hook, to really, get the best out of somebody, we know Hook is a legitimate badass. We've
Yeah.
seen it for weeks on Dynamite, being in Rampage,
And he
being built
loves
up.
chips. So if you see him, bring him a bag of chips because apparently he loves that shit.
But I'm just saying, personality is a huge thing. And I feel like, with Danhausen being paired up with Hook, the chips, I think that we're really getting to see a different side of Hook. And I think that this is a smart thing, because it's the same thing with WWE with how they book Riddle. Riddle has that like comedy to him, but when he has to get serious, he gets serious and he's over as hell. And I think, for Hook to take the next step in his career, he has to have a little bit of personality besides, putting people in like submissions and suplexes.
Now, before we move on, do you think that because Hook, he's supposed to be like pretty much the force within Tazz's group or whatever, his dad's group. Um do you think that this is gonna hinder him anyway, and like they're gonna at some point like get him out if he doesn't, stop associating with Danhausen?
They have to do something like that, I feel like. I think if Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs do not win the tag team championships, which when we get to that, that can go any fucking way, I feel like, that
Bro,
match.
imagine Hook fucking tapping his dad out. Bro, that would get the biggest pop ever.
I'm just saying what I think, like, if they don't win the tag team championships, Team Taz, they're going to definitely disband or do something. Not
They gotta
Ricky
do
and
something.
Powerhouse Hobbs. They're still going to be a team probably. But I'm talking about, Taz being associated with them.
Bro, Taz is barely on television anymore. Like, I don't even know fully who's in the group. I know obviously Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks and Hook is, but I don't
Yeah,
know if there's
that's the
anybody
only
else.
ones that are in the group, because Brian Cage isn't in it anymore.
Well, I don't. They need to do something, man. Just like the Andrade family office, man. It's fucking useless.
I agree. Back when AEW was first around, the whole Team Taz thing worked out pretty well.
Remember when Taz was only supposed to come back for like one appearance or whatever? He did guest commentary one night and he just fucking never left.
Yeah. So with this match, I am going to have to give it to Hook and Danhausen. I feel like they're going to win. Let's get that momentum picking
Yeah.
up. And I think that Smart Mark and Danhausen are going to have some funny shit in this match. And I think that this is a perfect buy-in. This is going to get the crowd hyped up for the actual show. And I think that, like, if it was Hook versus Tony Nese, that should be on the card. But
If
because
it
we have
was
the
Hook and
comedy, this is a great way to start the show.
if it was Hook and Tony Nese 1-on-1, I hate to say it, but I don't know if Hook would be able to win. Like, I mean, Tony Nese is really fucking good, dude.
I think it doesn't
I
hurt for him to have some step backs because you can't, like, they kind of have to show that struggle with Hook so that, because you have to realize he's not really, I don't think he's 1 year into business yet. So they have to
Yeah,
show some struggle at some point. And I think Tony
exactly.
Nese is that guy to do that because, like, we don't need Hook to be Goldberg.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you want to be able to elevate this guy. You don't want him to fucking just hit a ceiling his first 2-3 years in the fucking business.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't think it'll hinder Tony Nese or Smart Mark in any way by losing this match. Smart Mark has, he's doing stuff with Tony Nese, doing stuff with MJF, doing stuff with Jay Cargill and the baddies. Like, Tony Nese and him will be fine if they lose this match.
Yes. So, moving on now to the next match here. This is going to be on the regular pay-per-view
And
as of what we know.
we do got to say, but before we do continue, we have no idea which order the matches are going to be going. So this match that we're going to be talking about now could very well be, later on in the show at some point. So I just wanted to reiterate that to everybody
You
watching.
never know with AEW or WWE. They don't really like tell the order and stuff.
Yep,
So, yeah, definitely, we're just going to pretty much go over all the matches.
exactly.
So, to, start off the actual show, we have the AEW TBS Championship match. Jade Cargill defends her championship and streak against Dark Order's Anna Jay.
I pretty much gave my predictions on it last night. I honestly, everybody knows Jay Cargill's not going to lose. She's been on a mean streak. She's been on, a winning streak for months. Nobody's been able to beat her. I honestly don't think Anna Jay is going to be that one female on the entire roster to upset her. I don't think it's going to happen. It wouldn't make much sense. Think of everybody that Jay Cargill has beaten over the last couple of months. It's just
Yeah, I
not
think
going to
she's
happen.
like 30-0 now.
Yeah, I mean, and then having her beat and pin all the other females that she's been in the ring with, and then have the one person, Anna Jay, be the one to win over. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
You,
Thunder Rosa, or just by the way that she's been built up, I think either Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, or Ruby Soho should be the ones to finally beat her in industry. That's what I think.
some definitely somebody, but here's like what I think. I feel like this match is going to be an average match. I
Mm-hmm.
think that because of how stacked this card is, this match will, be kind of like swept under the bridge a little bit. I think, Anna Jay, she is good. She's improving. Same with Jade Cargill. I believe I said this yesterday on the review. With Anna Jay, it's the same situation with Lance Archer.
Yep.
Anytime, like, they get her little wins on Dark, Elevation, sometimes Rampage, but then when it comes to an important match like this, Archer and Jay, they never win. And it's a little too predictable with what they do there. But, Tony Khan, he is not, he's still getting that experience in as a booker. So you got to kind of, understand that he hasn't been a booker for, a long period of time.
I know. It's just I do feel like it hinders Jay Cargill a little bit by going on this winning streak all of a sudden. Like she didn't come from the Indies. She's I think she was like a pro bodybuilder before she got with AEW or whatever. So it's not like she has years and years of experience. I feel like they should have had her win, for a couple weeks. Maybe had her lose a match here and there or whatever, just to
Not
give her
yet.
a little
Nope.
bit
I
of
like the
momentum.
streak because
Yeah, but it's gonna
this
be
is what
so.
making her a star.
Yeah, but it's gonna be so hard for somebody to fucking beat her. And I
Nope,
don't want
because when the
anybody.
right person comes
I don't want.
along, they will beat her and
I
it
don't want
will work.
anybody in the. I don't want anybody in the comments to say, "Oh, she can," have a shot at Thunder Rosa in the AEW Women's
Not
Championship.
yet. No,
No,
she needs to wait. Keep her in the TBS championship because I think that championship she's making very prestigious right now. What she's doing, do not fix something that's not broken.
but it's getting a little bit too predictable. Knowing that she's gonna win every single fucking match, it's getting too predictable. This is the most
They
predictable
have to pick
fucking
the right
outcome.
person to take the title off of her. And I think the right
WWE is
person,
not even this
here's who I think
predictable.
is the right person to take that title off of her. Toni Storm.
It's a possibility, but I don't see it happening.
I think so. I think down
I
the
don't
line,
see it
I think
happening.
probably All Out. Toni Storm will have enough wins under her belt, and she will
Isn't
take the
All Out
title
in
off
fucking
of
September, or
Jade
is that
Cargill.
All In?
That's All Out in the end of August, I believe. So in this match, I gotta go Jade Cargill. She's gonna, retain. I do like how I know a lot of people probably are like, this should be on Dynamite or this should be on Rampage. I know that's what
This
you're
should
thinking.
be on the buy-in. This is a too predictable match.
But here's the
and
thing.
I feel like it
I
hinders
like
the card a little bit.
it should be on the buy-in, but I like the fact that they are, really trusting Jade Cargill and they're really letting her have these pay-per-view matches because it's only going to get her better.
Yeah, that's true.
And
but
she's proven herself. She is getting a lot better every week.
I mean, the fucking Danhausen and fucking Hook match isn't even as predictable as this match is gonna be. I feel like they
Hey,
should have
but
switched.
every wrestling card has some predictable matches, though. Let's be honest.
I know. I just feel like it's gonna hinder
Especially
her a
with
little
us,
bit.
because we're hardcore fans, Hardcore, we are wrestling maniacs.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. I've
All
had
right,
enough
so
of this
moving
match.
on now to the next match. We have a tag team match. Very excited for this one. The Hardys versus the Young Bucks.
Part of me wants to say the Hardys are gonna win, and then part of me wants to say the Young Bucks are gonna win.
It's like a seesaw. It's very hard to, predict who's going to be on top and who's going to be at the bottom.
Me as a fan, I want the Hardys to win. No, just knowing that this might be their last run as a tag team, I would want them to win. But also, I don't want them to get trapped themselves in a bubble and start winning every single fucking match. I think they could definitely, deal with losing a match here and there. So I'm kind of conflicted, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so I'll give, my prediction here and what I think is going to happen. I have the Hardys beating the Young Bucks. The reason why? Long-term booking. Because what's going to happen is the Young Bucks are slowly turning face. They're slowly turning face, I feel like, and by having them lose, it's going to piss Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish off. And eventually, when it leads to Kenny Omega's return, it's just going to give a reason for them to turn on the Young Bucks and have them maybe eventually, pair back up with Hangman.
That is actually
in the original Elite.
That is actually a pretty good idea. I never even thought about that.
I just think in general they're going to put on a classic. I think, the Young Bucks have lost big matches, and because they're trying to build this long-term story here, and I think that this is the best decision to have the Hardys win. Have the right tag team beat them. I don't think the Bucks are that team right now. I think like a team like maybe FTR should be the ones to maybe beat the Hardys at some point. But right now, I think, the Hardys just came in AEW. I think, let them have this win. And the Young Bucks, this will help them long term.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. I'll go with that.
So who do you got winning this?
I'll go with the Hardys. I don't know, man. I'm so fucking conflicted. Like I said, I want the Hardys to win, but I wouldn't be mad that Young Bucks would win. I don't know. I'm so conflicted.
Yeah. Moving on now to the next match here, we have a 6-man tag team match. We have the House of Black, Brody King, Malachi Black, and Buddy Matthews versus Death Triangle, Pac, Ray Phoenix, and Pentagon.
People might not like this, and I'm a huge, huge fan of Malachi. Huge fan of the House of Black as a whole. I love them, but I feel like they've been building up for Death Triangle to win because of everything that's been going on TV lately. We saw, Death Triangle coming to, Fuego del Sol's aid. And House of Black have been fucking pretty much trying to play mind games with Death Triangle. So I think Death Triangle is gonna pull out a victory. But I wouldn't be mad if House of Black won either. So I mean,
This is going to be a great match. I know at the last pay-per-view, which was Revolution, I believe it wasn't it House of Black versus like Eric Redbeard or was that Full Gear?
it was Revolution. I think it was on the buy-in. It wasn't on the actual show. I don't think.
Yeah, so what I think is this is, finally we're getting this match. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. And I think that, these trio teams are going to be special because we all know
Bro,
AEW is getting some trio belts pretty soon.
bro, what if they fucking how at every big show AEW likes to do something big? What if they premiere the trio belts at some
I
point
want that to
during?
happen, please.
What if at Double or Nothing? What if
Come on,
that happens at
TK.
some point?
Do it. Do
Apparently
it,
the belts
TK.
have already been made. I don't know.
Yeah, they need to not wait for Kenny Omega. They need the belts to come at Double or Nothing. I think that's the perfect time.
We've seen enough of Kenny Omega with a fucking title. I could go a little bit longer without seeing it. So we
This
don't
would be
need him for the trio
perfect.
belts.
Here's what I
You never
think. I
know.
feel like, with this 6-man tag match, this is going to be an underrated match. I feel like a lot of people, aren't thinking about this because of how stacked the card is. I think that this is going to be one of the best matches of the night. I think, in my opinion, I have House of Black beating Death Triangle. I feel like, they're building the House of Black up, and I feel like they're going to potentially be the first trio champions.
But I feel like they've been building up Death Triangle also, and I believe Ray Phoenix he just came back from an arm injury from Luchasaurus, fucking almost breaking his arm during that table spot. So I feel like they've been building them up too. You know what I mean? I mean,
it can go both ways. I
this
wouldn't
this
complain on who wins.
this is why I love AEW, man. It's so unpredictable. You don't know what's gonna fucking happen. If this was a WWE pay per view, I'd be able to fucking tell you from match 1 to the fucking main event who exactly is gonna win. AEW, I can't do that. It's
Well, there's a
fucking
difference
confusing.
between sports entertainment and professional wrestling.
I know, it's just so confusing. But I feel like they've been building up that triangle, so I definitely think they're gonna be pulling out a victory. But like I said, I'm a huge Malachi fan. You know this because we saw him in Northeast Wrestling. So if House of Black won, I
Which
wouldn't
we
be
got
upset.
vlogs. You can go check those out.
Exactly, man. Check them out. Subscribe.
Yeah, so I know you got Death Triangle. I got House of Black. Hey, we'll see. It's gonna be a good one.
We'll see, man.
Moving forward now to the next match, which I think I am the most excited about of the night. MJF versus Wardlow.
Bro. Huh. I feel like Wardlow has to win. But also, Wardlow's won the last several weeks trying to get to this point. What do you think would happen if MJF ended up pulling a victory out as far as when it comes to like Wardlow's contract negotiation?
I think what could happen, which this booking, I don't know if TK would do this, but MJF cheats, and then they sign Wardlow because of the cheating. They could do that. I don't know, but I think what's going to happen here, Wardlow's going to be MJF. There's going to be some type of conspiracy theory for MJF, and I think he's going to run with that, the next couple weeks on Dynamite, or Wardlow beats him and writes him off TV for a little bit so that when he comes back, he doesn't have to feud with Wardlow and that he can, start a new program with somebody else.
I could definitely see that.
I think that this is going to be a great fucking match, though.
Bro, this entire card is fucking gonna be great.
I definitely got Wardlow winning.
Don't forget, everybody watching this right now, on Sunday night, man, right after the show, me and Donnie will be live on the channel and talking about
Live!
everything.
It's going to be
Double or
late
nothing.
as hell, but we're going to be live.
And you don't have work the next day, so who gives
Thank
a fuck?
God. Thank
I'm
God.
definitely gonna take a nap on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. So, moving forward now to our next match, we have the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Finals match. Dr. Britt Baker versus either Ruby Soho or Chris Statlander. Because we are recording this on Thursday, and this video will be out Friday.
Yeah, so we'll find out who it's gonna be the day that this episode gets released. I don't necessarily know if it's right for us to give our predictions on this
I think
one,
it
just
is.
because we don't know who it's gonna be.
I know
If
who it's
it's
going to be.
who,
It's going to be Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho.
and Britt Baker's gonna win more than likely.
Nope. I think Ruby Soho gets
You think
her
so?
moment.
What if it's
Because
Chris
Britt Baker
Statlander?
beat her last time.
Chris Statlander, they've been, giving her a new gimmick, and she's been doing pretty good on fucking Rampage and stuff. I mean, I could see her possibly getting one over on Ruby Soho. I do understand where you're coming from, though. I do feel like this will be a big victory and a big step forward for Ruby Soho. So either way, I mean, I could see it.
Yeah, so what I think is going to happen, Ruby Soho wins on Rampage against Chris Statlander, and then what I think is going to happen is Ruby Soho beats Britt Baker, pulls an upset. Everybody's going to have Britt Baker winning it. Ruby gets that moment, and then that's going to elevate her in the women's division because she has been on a little bit of a roadblock since losing the finals of the TBS Championship.
By the way, Danny H Vlogs, I will be live streaming a watch along tonight to Rampage and SmackDown. I'm saying tonight because it's the day this episode gets released.
Ruby Soho.
So you guys will be able to watch my reaction to that match live on Day and Age Vlog. Link is in the description. Subscribe, motherfucker.
So, moving forward now to our next match of Double or Nothing, we have the Owen Hart Foundation's Men's Tournament Finals, Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe.
Bro, this is a match that we never got in NXT. I don't think they've ever had a match with each other. Not on Ring of Honor, nothing. I think Samoa Joe's gonna pull a victory out. I think Samoa Joe, I mean, he's been on a fucking mean streak. He's been, getting his ass beaten somehow. He's been choking motherfuckers out. I hope the match doesn't end in, just like a fucking tap out victory. I hope it does go the distance. Unless Adam Cole pulls out a victory because of Satnam Singh and Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt, they get involved somehow or distract Samoa Joe.
That's where my prediction is. I think Adam Cole wins because they interfere and screw Samoa Joe, so that moving forward after this event, we get Samoa Joe and Lethal. And this will make the rivalry a little bit more intense. Because this is a very prestigious tournament, so having Jay Lethal take that away from Samoa Joe is only going to freaking fuel Samoa Joe up even more. And I think Adam Cole getting this win is good long term because with the Young Bucks, losing the match there against the Hardys, Adam Cole having the win under his belt, he wants winners in his group.
I'm definitely gonna have to go.
I got Adam Cole, baby. I think that he's the perfect winner for this.
Because now that I'm thinking about it, it's the only thing that makes sense. Because the last couple of weeks, Samoa Joe's been getting fucked with Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt, and so that does make sense that he.
Because think about it, no one's really feuding with Adam Cole that much.
I know. And I do feel like Adam Cole, they're trying to put him on a pedestal. Everybody compares him to this generation Shawn Michaels. I do feel like he could, he definitely needs this victory a lot more than
Yes, he does need this a lot more. I agree, because that's a big thing. Adam Cole has been going for the big one. He went for the world title twice. Lost. I believe, one of them was a pay-per-view, one of them was Dynamite. So I think Adam Cole needs this win more than Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's the Ring of Honor champion. It's okay for him to get a loss, especially
Yeah.
to a guy like Cole.
All right, so we're both agreeing on this one.
Adam Cole, baby!
He goes like this. Adam Cole, baby. Not this.
Oops, sorry. I was trying to be like Matt Cardona.
This fucking guy, man. Get the fuck off the channel. Don't know nothing.
Moving forward now to our next match, the AEW World Tag Team Championship Triple Threat match. We have Jurassic Express, the champions, defending them against Team Tazz, which is Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, versus Swerve and Keith Lee.
I want Keith Lee and Swerve to win because I do like them as a tag team. I've been
Too
fucking
soon.
I've been rooting for them for fucking weeks. Part of me thinks that Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs are gonna get the titles. I don't think Jurassic Express is gonna win. I don't think they're gonna be able to retain the titles.
You know what's funny? We said that at the Revolution predictions.
I know. It's just they've had the title since either December or January. I can't remember when that match was. I feel like they've done as much as they could with the titles.
I agree.
I definitely think they could lose it. And Jungle Boy, he's been on a losing streak lately, and it looks like Christian a couple of times. It looked like he was about to
please have Christian turn on them, please.
So I think this is going to be the final straw to really set Christian off. So I got
a bold prediction.
I'm going to go with Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs with this one.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you on this. I think it's time we give Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs some
Get rid of that
championships.
FTW fucking title. It means nothing.
That's what I was going to say. That championship means nothing. It's time to give Ricky Starks and time to give Powerhouse the friggin' tag team champions. They've been, a team for quite a while now, and I think that this doesn't hurt to give them the titles, because then, like a face team like FTR or, like Young Bucks eventually, if they turn face, they could be legitimate, tag teams to take the titles off of them. I think that it makes the most sense giving it to Starks and, Hobbs right now.
But if Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs do win the titles, do something with them. Don't just hold the titles and not fucking defend them.
I'm sure they're going to, though. The tag team titles, they're one of the belts that I feel like are always defended, no matter what.
I don't feel like Jurassic Express has really done all they can to defend the titles.
They have. They've had matches with Gun Club, the Acclaimed. They've had tag team matches.
I don't know, man.
I think that booking-wise, this is the best thing booking-wise, is giving Team Tazz the tag belts right now. I think, Swerve in Our Glory, the reason why I can't pick Lee and Swerve right now is because of the fact that they just started tag teaming, and I feel like they need a little bit more time before they reach championship status.
I definitely think they'll get
because we all know singles-wise they could win championships. But tag team-wise, yes, they've had great chemistry right now, but I think realistically, we're talking about the best. If you're the tag team champions, you are the best tag team. And I think right now, they have to build their resume up just like Starks and Hobbs did. And then here's what's going to happen after the match.
What?
Christian is going to hit the kill switch on Jungle Boy.
And then what's Luchasaurus going to do?
He'll be KO'd. He'll be out.
Probably somebody will put his big ass to a table.
That's what I think. That's how they write him off the match.
Ray Phoenix will come out. Bitch, you almost broke my arm. Fucking put his ass to a fucking table. Imagine that.
I really think that's what's gonna happen. I feel like Christian will turn on Jungle Boy, and that's gonna start something there. Because it's time that we get heel Christian.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we have heel Edge on Monday Night Raw. We need to have heel Christian on AEW, man.
Yes.
It needs to, Tony Khan, TK, man. It needs to happen.
Moving forward now to our next match, we have the Anarchy in the Arena match. We have the Jericho Appreciation Society. We have Chris Jericho, Angelo Parker. We have Matt. We have Daniel Garcia, and we have Jake Hager versus the Blackpool Combat Club. Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, and Santana and Ortiz.
Um, I think the Blackpool Combat Club's got this one in the bag, man. I mean, they've been waiting to get their hands on Jericho Appreciation Society, and I think Sunday it's finally gonna happen. And I feel like I feel like with the writing and the way that JAS has been presented on TV, I feel like all along they've been saying like it's been written right in front of our faces that we're gonna lose this match. So I think the Blackpool Combat Club, they're gonna come in clutch and they're gonna fucking beat the fuck out of the JAS. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah, I agree with this. I think that, this is going to be a fun anything goes match. They're going to be freaking all over the arena and
And
stuff and
I do
backstage.
think after this match, because part of me does feel like there's gonna be a blood after this match. Make Eddie Kingston a full time member, and then have Santana and Ortiz just be a tag team. They can, come in clutch whenever they need to, but they need to be on their own, be part of the tag division.
And
Maybe
that's
at some
why, hold
point.
on, that's why back to our other match there, Starks and Hobbs should win the tag belts because I think Santana and Ortiz, they could be the next ones to take the belts.
Yep, and I mean, John Moxley and Kingston have fucking history together, all the way back in the fucking Indies. So I definitely
Kingston fits
think,
perfect in the group, I
oh,
think.
absolutely fucking the way his ruthlessness is. Could you imagine him like being mentored by somebody like William Regal? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, but
Come
also at the
on,
same
bro.
time, I feel like he doesn't really need that.
He doesn't, but I feel like it's gonna happen.
Because I think having Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz, having a trios group, that would be pretty good for the trios division.
Possibly. And I'm not saying they would never be able to
And I
be,
think Eddie Kingston can, bring out the best in Santana and Ortiz.
yeah, and I'm not saying, I don't want anybody to misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying, you know, take Eddie Kingston totally away from Santana and Ortiz.
Yes, you are.
But no, I'm not.
Yes,
But
you are.
I do feel like I love the chemistry that Kingston and Moxley have together, and I feel like they have better chemistry than Danielson and Moxley have together. So
I agree.
I believe he's a perfect fit, man. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that. I think that the winners of this match will be the Blackpool Combat Club. I don't see them losing this against Jericho Appreciation Society. Let's be honest. Moving on now to the AEW Women's World Championship match. Thunder Rosa defends her championship against Serena Deeb.
She's been getting heated on TV the last couple of weeks, man. But I'm
This
gonna have
was one of the best build-ups to this pay-per-view that a lot of people, I think, are throwing under the bridge.
But I really have to go with Thunder Rosa on this one. You
Me
know,
too.
I don't feel like she's had that long of a title run. I definitely feel like she needs to pull a victory, especially since the last couple promos or whatever that she cut about like her getting in a car and fucking like being broke and driving so many hours or whatever to see her mentor, somebody that she looked up to, Serena Deeb. I feel like getting the trainee to get upset over your mentor, like I just feel like that's gonna happen. And I definitely think,
And it's going to bring out a meaner side in Deeb.
yeah, I definitely think Thunder Rosa needs the victory a little bit more than Serena Deeb, but I feel like it's gonna make Serena Deeb that much hungrier when it comes to her next opportunity.
I think that Thunder Rosa is going to retain the championship. I think the way that they have built Serena Deeb in this, I think was 10 out of 10. It was perfect. This whole
Absolutely.
storyline was perfect. I can't wait to see the countdown for Double or Nothing, to see what video package they have here, because I feel like there's lots of history, there's a lot of animosity. I think that these two are going to put on a better match than a lot of people are expecting. And I
And
think that Thunder Rosa retains the championship. Serena Deeb is going to get more of a meaner side out of her, which is going to be beneficial. And maybe the storyline will actually continue.
and I mean, we should probably talk about the fact that they're gonna be having, I think it's like a 30-minute lead up or whatever to Double or Nothing that's airing the day that this episode gets released. I believe on TNT. So
TNT, yes.
TNT, make sure you guys check that out because I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what they're gonna show and what they're not gonna show.
Yeah. Moving on to the main event of Double or Nothing. It is for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
Cult of personality. The challenger, CM Punk.
No, we're going to introduce the champion first. We have the
AEW
World Champion, Adam Hangman Page, defending his title against CM Punk. Man. Can I just give my predictions real quick, and then I'll let you get into it?
Yeah.
All right, here's what I think is going to happen. CM Punk is going to turn heel, and he is going to win against Hangman. It is not going to be a clean win, and Punk is going to get booed out of that fucking building when he does this.
And
Punk will be your new AEW champion, and he's going to turn his back on that crowd.
And then, in a couple of months, guess who's going to be in Long Island again, and guess who's going to be possibly winning the AEW World Heavyweight Championship?
I doubt they let that happen. I would love it to happen, but they're not going to.
They're gonna give MJF every single fucking opportunity, man. That
not
dude
if Punk is heel,
bro. Huh?
Not if CM Punk is heel.
Yeah, it is. Give MJF the title shot in the only fucking city that he's actually a babyface. Long Island, fucking New York, man.
TK's not gonna do that.
TK better fucking do it. I'll boycott the fucking program.
I doubt that happens, but here's what I think is going to happen. CM Punk will turn heel on Hangman. He's going to do some type of cheap shot to him, and then CM Punk is going to be the new champion. And that's how the show is going to end.
Yeah. I got to go with you. I've been saying for a while that CM Punk was going to come out the victor. And like I said, I think to make the story come full circle, he's going to end up dropping the title to MJF in Long Island, New York. TK, it better fucking happen.
I really do want MJF to be world champion.
It's got to happen, man.
Also, what wouldn't hurt either, I already know what's going to happen. Punk is going to turn heel and win it. But this really wouldn't hurt if Hangman wins. And the only reason why I'm saying this, because he's a babyface. So having him win, MJF could go on Dynamite after losing to Wardlow, and he can cut a promo saying, okay, CM Punk couldn't do it. I'm up next in line. Where was my opportunity for the title?
I think with everything that's been,
that's the most realistic scenario that MJF can win the title.
Nope. MJF cutting those promos when he was feuding with CM Punk. For him to lose to CM Punk, and then for him to finally win the AEW World title against CM Punk in his hometown. Dude, I can't think of a more magical ending than that to end the feud.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The feud has already been ended.
Bro, the Wardlow shit happened because of CM Punk was involved. I'm saying, man.
TK is not that advanced.
Well, TK better be fucking advanced.
Anything else before we close off this predictions?
Nah, man. I think we pretty much nailed it right on the fucking head, man. So
I think so as well.
Make sure you guys tune in. Sunday night after AEW Double or Nothing, man. We are gonna be going live, and we're gonna be doing a full recap of the entire fucking show. So you guys are not gonna want to miss it, man. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm gonna let Donnie end it off.
Yeah, that's right. Next time you interrupt me, you better watch out, because I'll hit you with the super kick.
Bitch, I will give you a fucking buckshot lariat. Don't fuck with me. Just because I'm fat doesn't mean I can't move, bitch.
Exactly. Same here. I can get my leg up. But let us know in the comment section below what your guys' predictions are for Double or Nothing. We would love to hear it. And if you guys enjoyed this predictions video for AEW Double or Nothing, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. The links are down in the description below. Danny and I, we have our other channels. All that is down below. Go support us. Later on tonight, Danny will be on live on his Danny H Vlogs channel, where he will be, doing a live watch along to Rampage
AEW,
and SmackDown.
Yep, AEW Rampage and SmackDown, the most god-awful wrestling show on the fucking planet. But I'm hoping, if you guys do come by, I'm hoping I'll be able to make it entertaining, man. So
yeah, and also real quick, I just want to say, too, I put all my chips right here that Rampage is going to be better than SmackDown.
Oh, yes, the fuck it is. I don't even know what's on the fucking card, and I can already tell it's going to be better than SmackDown.
But, of course, to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.